All right. Recording starting. Yeah. So, we actually have a name for this fucking podcast now. So we're calling it Three Idiots on the Internet because obviously making fun of our intelligence is going to get us viewers.
And we
Yay!
are idiots.
Yes, yes, we are in fact idiots.
Yep.
Okay. So last time we did um, superpowers, three best. This time we're doing the three worst superpowers, which I'm feeling is going to lead to much more debate. So,
Oh yeah.
all right. So I guess we'll start with Will. Give us your number three, and this is third worst. So just like last time, the absolute worst will be number one. This is the part where you start
Me.
talking.
Okay, sorry I was lagging. You were very robot there. Uh, yeah, that was annoying. All right, so my third worst, I'm gonna say, is Superman's ability to use laser vision.
Like laser vision. So shooting lasers out of your eyes is a shitty
Yes,
power.
I'm saying yes. All right, this is my number one, my first controversial one. I'm saying this is a really bad power because you don't look in the same spot over distance. Your eyes move like crazy. So for him to use the laser eye, he would just incinerate like everything in a humongous zone because his eyes twitch and or human eyes twitch. All right, sure, Superman, whatever, great, he can look straight. But if any of us were to have it, if you look at something 10 feet away, your eyes twitch like crazy. So you would cook everything in like a
Well,
3 foot radius around what you're looking at.
okay, so basically you'd have to learn to control it, but it would, suck if you were like, oh, I'm just not sure if I'm going to be looking straight, so you
No,
might
no, 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 no.
accidentally fry off grandma's face.
That that's it's not something you learn to control. It's like the human body, like the eyes
Well,
just twitch and
no,
move like
I
crazy.
I know that, but I mean, like, I'm saying that even if I'm slightly off from where I'm looking ahead, I can look relatively close with a minimal amount of error straight ahead. So if I wanted to say fry the fucking television because the wrong team won the game, I can do that. Like, it's still a
Oh yeah, you
badass
could.
power. You could still be like, oh
Yeah,
my
I
god,
mean, you'd
there's a
also
fucking tank
fry
in front of me.
everything
But you would,
behind
yeah,
it.
you would fry a lot more. You wouldn't just hit the TV. You would
Like,
hit a lot more
are
because
you
you
saying that
cannot
there's only
control your
one
eyes.
power setting of the laser eyes, and you could just like, oh, surprise, it's going to go straight through the TV and automatically fry everything straight behind it? You have no control.
You have
That's
no
not what I was paying
control of
attention to. I was
your
just thinking
eyes
about the
twitching.
whole
So you're going to
what you were
destroy the
hitting thing.
TV, your entire entertainment center, everything.
Well,
At that distance, probably not. But I mean,
I still
at
think
a
it's a pretty
fighting
cool
distance,
power because I'm like,
it's definitely a cool power. That's why it's a controversial thing to say it's a
yeah,
bad power
but
because you
we're talking about
cannot
shitty
control it.
powers. Like, I'm pretty sure there's something worse than that.
Oh, I have one that was worse than that.
I'm just saying that you have an issue where it's like, oh no, there's an indestructible wall. We need to get through it. Surprise, laser
Well,
vision.
guess what? It's indestructible, so.
Yeah, you fail
Oh,
right there,
oh
actually.
god damn it! Shut the fuck up! Like, oh my god, a tank's gonna run over my house. Not anymore. It's gone. Like, it's a
Along with
bad.
your house.
That's a shitty power.
I'm just saying it's a
Oh,
bad one because it's uncontrollable
Yeah.
to a point. I mean, obviously, the farther away you are, the more error you're gonna have. If you're hitting something 5 feet away, you're not gonna have much error, but you're gonna hit a lot bigger zone than what
you
you're
know,
actually
I
thinking
know
you are going
like
to.
there's the accuracy issue. It's the same thing with like a fucking gun. Like you can't hold that necessarily straight. You're not gonna hit directly where you want to hit every time. You might
Well,
miss.
No,
actually,
okay,
It's just the
it's
laser
you have
beams from
more
your eyes.
control over a gun than you would a
way
laser
more,
eyes.
way
I'm just
more.
I'm just saying your laser eyes are pretty fucking awesome. Like just because you can't
I agree
have
they're awesome,
amazing.
but the control over it is terrible because if you're trying to do something precise, you will hit a ton more than you want. There's so much collateral damage because your eyes move so much. They're never in the same spot. You cannot do precise stuff with that.
Well, okay. You know what? Fine, whatever. I think it's still pretty cool to have laser vision,
I think
but
it's an awesome power. It's just an uncontrollable power.
and
That's why I'm
and
putting
that's why
it
you're called.
there.
Okay, so that's why you're gonna deem it shitty. Well, you know what? I can't wait to see what your next one's. Okay. I, if this is your idea of a shitty power, next thing you're gonna be like, oh, you know what would be terrible being fucking Goku. All right.
I'm sure I could think of something.
Well, okay. So I don't agree with you at all, but moving on. Clint, what's your number three? Fuck.
I'm I'm gonna keep on this fucking, I guess, controversial issue of powers,
Okay.
because like it has a lot of benefits, I guess, to the person, but it also kind of doesn't. And I'm gonna go with immortality because of
Dang it, that was my number 2.
God fucking damn it, Clint. What is wrong with you? Now I need to find a new number 2 as well. Seriously.
this is the
Fuck off, Clint.
I said
Every goddamn time your number 3 is my number 2. Fuck you.
Are you done crying like a bitch?
Oh, well, hold on. I know
I'm not gonna hold on.
Just
We got-
fuck
we got
off.
fucking
All right, go ahead. Whatever. Eat a dick. I'm just typing in my new one. Oh my god.
Stop typing.
All right, go.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So it's the side effect of the healing factor for Wolverine and Deadpool. And the issue with immortality being that you may live forever, nothing can kill you, but everyone you know, everyone you get close to, everyone you love is going to die off eventually. And there's nothing you can do about it. So you essentially either have to deal with grief every time someone you know dies, or to essentially isolate yourself from the rest of the world. And it basically destroys you mentally.
No, I get that. Either that or it makes you lose all your emotions or whatnot. But the thing I was thinking of with immortality, it's that version of it where you can live forever. You're not going to die of old age, but it's not invincibility. It's like you can still be killed. So essentially, you could live forever. You're not going to age, but you can still,
eternal life.
Yeah, eternal life. That was the power that I was going to. But whatever. Still, it's close enough.
I don't know if eternal life is actually published though.
I don't know. It is in the sense of like
close
elves.
enough. That's
and
kind of what I
whatnot.
was going to get at as well.
Like elves have eternal life for the most part, right?
No, elves have a really long life.
Well,
they can live up to 700 years, but they do die of old age.
Well, I know there's certain races that have the concept of eternal life, but you can be killed. Where either way, both of them are the shitty power for the same reason that you're going to live forever, but eternal life is worse in the fact that you still can be killed. So it's not even, you don't even have the added benefits of, hey, you're immune to, any sort of damage. I don't know. They're both fucking shitty. Like, they sound really cool. You're like, I'm immortal. It's like you get to watch, your children die and your grandchildren die, and you get to basically cry and never want to get close to anyone for the rest of ever. Oh, that is shitty. Holy fuck. Well, shitty that it was my number 2 power, but fuck.
Yeah, and then you blew up the audio. You'll have to edit that out.
I'm not going to edit the shit out of that out. They need to hear my displeasure with this, because this is twice in a fucking row that your number 3 has been my number 2.
Well, I meant
at least turn the volume down.
Yeah, you need to really cut it down.
I can't.
It literally blew everything out.
You know what? They're going to have to deal with it.
No, you're going to have to cut it.
I can't cut it. Just move on.
All right, well, what is your number 3 then?
Well, my number 3, and this is based off the fact that you're the only person in the world getting the power, is the power to steal other people's powers. Congratulations, you can steal 0 other powers because nobody has anything. Game over. So, how depressing would that be? Be like, you're the only
you become a mad scientist and you experiment on other people and get them to develop powers, and you're like, boom, got it.
Okay, maybe.
If that's a doable thing.
If
yeah,
that's
sure,
a doable
right.
thing, then great. But also a lot of other issues with that is, if you look at people who have this kind of power, it often comes with some kind of side effect. Like with Rogue, she's like, oh, well, you can't touch anyone because you will almost kill them in order to steal their powers. Or with Sylar from Heroes, oh, you can have other powers, but you have to literally kill them and dissect their brain. So,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, it's... When people do get it, it usually has terrible side effects, and even if you did get it with no side effects, there's nothing you can do because nobody has any powers. So, I think it's pretty straightforward. Shitty power.
Yep. I think, yeah, in that situation of no one else having power, yeah.
Really shitty. All right, well, Will.
My number 2, I did come up with as Rogue from X-Men because, I guess because you picked the whole power stealing thing. That whole thing is awesome, but the fact that she can't wow, I just totally chucked something. The fact that she can't touch anything without pretty much killing it is what I'm saying. That's the side effect of the power of anything you touch dies.
I guess that
as.
power is pretty shitty, unless it's Wolverine, in which case, it's fine, because...
Yeah, that's the exception pretty much, because anybody else she touches, she pretty much kills.
Although,
or
to be
anything
fair,
she touches.
she pretty much had to, because Wolverine just decided to, like, have the worst wake-up ever. Surprise! Stab.
Yep.
But, no, That's a more of a side effect of a power, or like the penalty of using the power, I guess. But I don't know.
It still comes with the power, though.
Yeah, any sort of power that has that shitty side effect, I guess, is that is really shitty. But
well, my laser eyes had a major side effect of terrible effectiveness or terrible accuracy.
I still don't agree with that. We're moving on from that because I think it's fucking amazing that you could just basically be like, oh, what's that, fighter jet? Nope.
If you could hit it.
If you could look at it, you're going to hit it. Even if it's only for a split second and you're looking directly at it, you're going to hit it.
All right, well.
Can you look at things? Then yes, you can kill them with your laser eyes.
But yeah, Rogue, the side effect of her awesome power is that she pretty much kills anything she touches.
Well, yeah, I can see that. All right. You got anything to say on that, Clint?
I pretty much Will said it all.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like, it's kind of sucks, basically, just like immortality. You would have to isolate yourself from everyone, otherwise you're just going to kill everyone.
Actually, the immortality one isn't as bad because at least you can still fucking bone people, right? Like, it's terrible. If you have that rogue power, it's like, oh, surprise, you are a virgin forever because you will kill them before you ever get to have sex with them.
I didn't even think about that.
No. You just...
Necrophilia?
No, you're just a murderer.
Necrophilia.
To be fair, you'd be able to bone anyone you want. Because they wouldn't be able to do anything afterwards.
Yeah, but you would be a guaranteed necrophiliac. That's the only way you're going to get your schwang on.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, I did just call it your schwang on. God damn it. Oh, that might actually be worse than fucking pooping diamonds, I think.
No, I'm pretty...
I don't know, like we said, you can get a diamond rectum,
It would be really terrible. It's a really bad power, but the side effect of it is actually amazing, because now you have a diamond.
And
it's big enough for her when it comes out.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Alright, well, I guess, Clint, you're number 2.
So, I had to do a little bit of research, because I didn't have a whole lot of, I guess, bad powers that actually existed. I had a lot of useless superpowers. So, I did some research, and I found that there is this Superman called Doorman. It's from the Great Lakes Avengers, and his power is he can teleport people, but only from one room to the next.
That's so bad.
Wait, what? So if you're outside, it's useless because there's no rooms around?
Correct. Well, he can transport you into a building, but he can't transport you anywhere else outside, and from what I can say, from one to the next has to be, I guess, a building you're nearby.
The room adjacent.
So you're fucking range shit.
It's like, well, I'm 12 feet away from the bank and 10 feet away from the Starbucks. I really want to go to the bank, but I can't do it unless I take 2 steps that way because I'm going to end up back at the Starbucks. And
because this is America.
America!
Well, not for him, actually. He's in Canada.
Canada. Okay.
So if you guys have ever wanted to get on those scooters but, couldn't bother walking through the door, here's Doorman for you. Then you can immediately get on your scooter and ride it to Walmart.
God,
Whoa. Too lazy to actually open the door? Don't worry, I got this.
Fucking teleport.
Wait, does he teleport you, like, at least to the middle of the room, or is it to, like, barely the entrance of the room?
It just says into the room. So, like, it says he can teleport people, but only from one room to the next. So I would assume maybe he can teleport you anywhere within the same room. And I guess what defines a room is probably like 4 walls.
I am Doorman.
So like,
saving
if he were to
2 seconds of time.
If he were to try to teleport you into a bank, he would first have to teleport you. Like, if you would try to go to the bank vault, he would probably first have to teleport you into the fucking bank,
Wait a minute.
which would
Yes.
already draw attention.
So you can teleport
What
into the
about the
bank,
Oval
then you can
Office?
teleport into the vault, and then you can teleport back into the bank.
Where they
Then-
will probably shoot you because they
But
saw
you wouldn't be able to
fuck-
teleport outside because now you're carrying the giant wad of cash. And you have to actually walk out the front door.
Yeah, then you can't teleport anywhere.
Oh, it's fucking terrible.
That one's quite bad. Yes.
Oh, that's shitty. I didn't. All right, well.
I didn't think half of these people existed. I got like a long list when I searched it.
Doorman.
That's
Well, before I go to my number 2, I'm actually going to put an honorary mention out to my brother Derek. He said that he would talk about Jubilee from X-Men, which basically her power is just to shoot fireworks.
Yeah, but apparently she is now a vampire.
What? Whatever.
That was on my list as well. It shows like Jubilee generates brightly colored fireworks from her fingers, and it says, in her defense, her fireworks explode and are very dangerous to epileptics. And also she's a vampire now, which means she could easily kick your ass.
Whatever. Okay, well, either way, that was
I don't know if
his
that's
idea.
entirely true, but
I don't know. All I know is that when I was telling my brother about it, he said I would just literally like rip on Jubilee for fucking 15 minutes. But anyways,
That's funny.
yeah, Doorman, really shitty. No arguments whatsoever.
None. Yes.
All right, so my number 2, and I know that I'm going to get shit for this, especially after giving you shit for yours, Will, but super strength. Now, bear with me on this. Super strength, first off, there's always the issue of if you get a little bit excited and lose control, you can cause a fuck ton of damage.
yeah, but who's gonna tell you you're responsible for it? You'll just bash their skull in.
But the problem, what I'm
Yeah,
talking about is not like
that's
super strength like the Hulk that comes with like invulnerability as well.
No,
I'm talking just literally you can lift things, which the problem with that is also physics. Like, yeah, you may be strong enough to move the object, but unless you have enough friction for your feet, you're literally just going to push yourself backwards because of your mass. Because if you don't have enough mass to work with your strength, it's not going to do what you want it to all the time. And plus, what are you really going to do with that? It's like, congratulations, I can, move your furniture for you.
Are you also including the fact that if you pick something up very heavy above you, that it won't crush your body because your body is probably not set for it?
Well, no, it won't crush your body because your body has the strength. That's not the issue. The issue is that, like, well, let's just say, example, you wanted to push a car. Yeah, you have the strength to do it, but will you literally be able to push it? What's going to have more force? The rubber on the bottom of the tires of the car with the mass of the car, or the rubber on the bottom of your fucking shoes and your 180-pound frame? Seriously, you're just going to push yourself backwards. It won't work. The only way you'd be able to move the
Cars
car...
are easy.
No, it would work. We could push a car.
Yeah.
Well, not
Right now,
I mean
without
sideways.
If you had super strength, you'd easily be able to push a
No,
car.
I mean like sideways, like the whole weight of the car, like a car weighs like, a couple thousand pounds, pushing it sideways against its rubber with its wheels locked versus your friction, the friction of your shoes, it's just not going to work. So yeah, you could lift it up probably, and that might be effective because, the ground isn't fucking going anywhere.
And then throw it. There you
Yeah,
go.
but like,
push
you
the
know
car.
what, like essentially what would you do with super strength though is the thing. Like in this world, what is it really going to do for you?
Become a football legend.
Yeah, but the
No
problem
one
is
can
that
tackle you
if you
'cause you'll
get any
just
sort of excitement though, you'll kill people.
Nah, fuck it. They can deal with it.
Yeah, you just go and check the dude, you just hit him and crush his skull. Oh.
And like, there's always the issue of, yeah, you're strong, but it doesn't make you any heavier. So just because you're strong doesn't mean they can't move you because, if he's 300 pounds and you're 150 pounds, he can still lift you up. It's just,
Yeah,
got
and
the
then you
strap his
bash
arm.
his skull in.
Yeah.
like, you're just going to have like a good way to keep yourself controlled with center of gravity. But I don't know, it just seems like it's one of those ones where you're going to have all these expectations. You're going to be so hyped, and then you're going to be like, yeah, I have super strength. And you're going to realize it's way fucking shittier than I thought it was going to be.
What if
What the fuck am I actually going to do with it?
Go develop or just have someone cut you these insane boots out of just straight up like cast iron, insanely heavy things
Well,
to
yeah, you
give you
could
that
like
extra weight.
you could literally run around with like an extremely heavy metal suit, and that would help. And you'd be able to,
And then
that
you
would work.
Be Iron Man.
You could be you could become like, and then that suit would help as armor because even if you have super strength, congratulations, you're really strong. You can still be shot. Doesn't matter. So it would work okay, and you could be, I guess, a superhero where you have like massive metal suit built around you.
Could you, technically speaking, if you had super strength, deflect the bullet? I guess you'd have to.
Well, no. You have the
Like
strength to
Iron
move
Man.
it, but iron is stronger than your flesh, so that's irrelevant. You could swing at it and swat it, and maybe if you're fast enough, but it's going to go through your hand and still kill you.
The humans don't have the reaction speed to smack a bullet.
Yeah, 'cause
Humans don't even have the reaction speed to catch an arrow
Well,
traveling at
they do.
insanely
no.
less
But
speed.
the fact of the matter is you're not faster. You're not
People can
like
catch
your
arrows.
body structure isn't any stronger. It's just you have the ability to lift things and
Yeah.
push things and throw things farther or whatever. But
I would definitely say you couldn't deflect a bullet.
you couldn't deflect
because
a
it would
bullet.
just-
Like anyone
yeah.
comes up to you with like any weapon, congratulations. You could throw the knife 2,000 meters, but if he tries to stab you with it, you're still going to get stabbed. And you know what? I don't care how strong you are. You'll bleed
Well,
or
that's
die.
fine. I'll just use my super strength to become an Olympic champion. And every
Yeah, really.
Yeah, well, you'll be able to make a lot of money, I guess, off of that. That might be cool. By basically, come watch me fucking. What's that? You're throwing a discus? I'm throwing a car around the world the entire time, and then it'll still land on the field further.
Yeah.
But there's always the issues of if you get excited, you lose control, and you could cause massive amounts of destruction, same as yours that you were mentioning with like
you
the
win
laser.
boxing matches in half a second.
Boom, done. Yeah,
That was just
a
my
lot-
I
jab.
don't
Wait
know.
for my haymaker.
It's just one of those things where, on its own, super strength is actually pretty shitty.
Yeah, it needs to
guess.
come with toughness.
Yeah, like some kind of natural durability or whatnot.
incredibly huge armor suit.
Yeah,
Which would
All right, fair enough.
you now have a suit that's the equivalent weight of a tank. Okay, now you're pretty cool. All right, well, that's my number 2.
Okay, well, I guess it's on to number 1. All right, well, this one is kind of has to do with kind of like magic, whatever. It's a staff wielding person, and it's the staff that is bad. And Clint, I'm sure you know of it from Queen's Blade, the chick that has the staff that has kind of tentacle things on it, and they kind of do their own thing. She doesn't really
know
control
what
them.
the
She just
name
kind
of
of
it
uses
is?
it,
Right
and then
now.
they kind of just use her. Yeah,
So-
it backfires horribly.
Hold on.
It's essentially
It's a weapon, not a superpower.
Yeah, but she has the power to control it.
No, she doesn't.
Well, she has the power to
if it
use
backfires, then
then
obviously she
And then-
doesn't have the power to control it. Like,
well, she has the power to activate it. Like once
She
it's
has to-
active, then it goes.
She has the power to be raped by it.
what?
Pretty much. And that's what
So your power is to own a staff that you to own
it
a
works
weapon.
sometimes. Like once I think in the show maybe it does something, but every other time it completely just takes advantage of her.
A weapon isn't a power. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
that doesn't count.
I'm just saying that she has the whole ability to activate it though.
Her
And then
ability to
that
control a weapon that doesn't exist, that also doesn't actually have control over it, and sometimes rapes her. Like it's not a power.
Yeah, the ability to use a weapon is not a power. Thor's ability to use his hammer, I wouldn't necessarily call that a power.
No,
I would say that's a power within the weapon that allows him to use it.
yeah, just like Iron Man is theoretically, it's not a power. It's just he has a level of technology that we don't have, and a level of intellect
Fair
that we don't
enough.
have.
Okay,
He's still
well
a human
then
being,
I can think
so-
of another one. I'll have to look it up. I just thought that was terrible and awful because it never worked.
It is terrible and awful. That could be for a different list for
Yeah.
a different day. Worst weapons out there. Why not be like, the double-edged sword? Except whenever you have to hold it by a blade, so you cut your hands open every time you use it or something. I don't know, but we can talk about that. A weapon is not a power. I just want to clarify that.
All right, sure. All right. I guess Clint, go on. I'll look up another one and see if I can find one worthwhile, if that even matters.
All right, my number 1 power. I also did research for this one. It's from New Warriors, apparently. His name is Hindsight Lad.
I already know where this is going.
His power, he knows how events could have played out differently in hindsight.
Yeah, Captain
So-
Hindsight.
which fits. I don't know if that really qualifies as a power because everyone can have hindsight. Like, it has to be something that doesn't exist in real life.
No, he has perfect hindsight, like absolute perfect hindsight.
Okay, well.
Instead of knowing how to pull it off in the beginning, he only knows how to pull it off after he's fucked up.
Oh, so whereas, we might not know, he will always know. He will
Yeah,
always
he'll
know
always
the
know,
better way
like-
he should have done it. Which,
Correct.
that is the shittiest power because you're basically going to live life being like, fuck, 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 fuck.
Even if you do something right, you're gonna immediately think, I could have done that better.
I don't know, that is pretty, oh my god. Just imagine that. Like, even this, imagine telling a joke, this fucking conversation, if he was in on this podcast, he would be like, oh fuck, we could have told the joke better if we would have done this. We would just all be yelling at him all the time. Shut up, dude.
Just like imagine like you're in school and you go in and take a test. The second you walk out that room after you're done with the test, like, I failed.
Wait a minute. Can you answer a question and then when you're done the question, in hindsight, already know what the answer is? Oh, I should have answered it the other way, and then go back and erase it?
Probably not.
Oh, he might be able to do that. He might be able to do that because it is in hindsight.
He doesn't know if he passed or failed until he's told he's failed. So I'm not entirely not sure what. I mean, that's like one slight advantage.
Maybe if that's actually how it
But that
works.
only helps you in what kind of situation?
Passing university.
Yeah,
Getting any degree
and then
ever.
you go off and you become a doctor and you kill some poor bastard.
No. You just get
You
like
try reversing that.
you get like one of those degrees that you need the degree, but you don't really need the degree is like 5% of the actual fucking job.
Okay.
Like one of those ones like, well, you need to take like
So
4
you
years of
use
school.
the
There's no
ability
reason.
to get a job. You sure as hell ain't gonna be fighting crime.
I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, like, these powers, if I got a superpower, I wouldn't be out fighting crime. I would be using it to make my life good. I'm sorry. I'm no fucking good heart saint who wants to go save the world. I want to live a comfortable life. That's all.
I suppose so, but then is it really the point? Then you're essentially ignoring the fact that you have the superpower.
No, I'm not. Like, going back to our good superpowers, I wouldn't be ignoring the fact that I have telekinesis. I'd be like, yeah, now I just don't have to do as much shit. Oh, congratulations. Don't even need the remote. I just want to change the channel. What's that? Oh, fuck, I have to get up to get a beer from the fridge? Nope, beer comes to me.
Yep.
Oh,
But
what's that? I want all
I
the
don't know,
change
like-
forever out of, your change machine? Yep, I now have all the change forever.
I think it would always be like one of those things that would just haunt you because I would imagine to be something that you just see. Like I don't think you'd be able to go, how could I have done that? Oh, okay. No, I think it would have been like literally like after he does it and he fails or whatever,
Oh,
he just
yeah.
goes, he just immediately sees it and he's like, son of a bitch.
Hindsight, like, it would have one advantage to it, but you'd literally be living life being like just in constant regret of everything you've ever
And you'd
done.
have absolutely no confidence because every time you do something, no matter how well you do it, you can immediately know how you could have done it better. And you can be like, I fucking suck at life. And you're going to hang yourself because, well, you're constantly telling yourself you're not good enough, essentially.
But then you'll fail at hanging yourself and you'll realize how you could have done it better. No, or you try to like shoot yourself, but you somehow survive. You're like, fuck, I should have aimed here.
Son of a bitch.
Oh my.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, that is really shitty.
See, I was thinking, another one that I was thinking of doing, which I guess this could also be an honorary power, is Melt Man, who has the power to melt. This power is also used in Sky High with one of the sidekicks.
Oh yeah.
Essentially, you can't melt things. No, you're the one that melts. You basically turn into a puddle of liquid.
Can you unturn in?
Yeah,
Back?
yeah, you have control over this power.
Well, that's actually not that bad. I mean, like,
It's not a terrible power, but it's kind of useless in a way you could use a superpower. I guess the best way you could use that power is you melt and you can go through small like holes and surfaces, like, and you can infiltrate and spy, but you couldn't really do anything else with that power. Like you couldn't actually.
No.
Which I guess that was pretty much why he becomes a sidekick, but you know.
Fair enough, but I don't know. It's
You
at
can.
least it doesn't have any negative issues, right?
I found out a way you can make that pretty good. You could turn into a puddle in like a store and have someone in your family trip over and then sue the store.
Or you could
Make
turn,
money.
like, let's say you want to save money on airfare. You turn into a puddle and go in a jar and then get carried on as carry-on luggage. Congratulations, you only
Yeah,
have to
and
pay for one
someone
ticket.
like goes, "This is suspicious." Starts sticking.
Oh, wait, they don't let you bring fluids through customs. I forgot.
Yeah, more than 3 ounces, I believe it is. But, so you have to then get someone. You have to then get in someone's suitcase.
Oh, that's pretty
But like
shitty.
then someone like picks it up like.
I don't know.
Like,
You
this
would
jar
still
is
be.
suspicious. I don't know what it is.
This
And
is
they
an
start sticking
extremely heavy puddle. Like, why do you have like 180 pounds of mysterious liquid? Like,
It's mercury.
That also like then they're also gonna start sticking their fingers in it and everything. And now they're fucking you.
I don't know. That could be good depending on who it is.
Yeah, is it ever anyone good?
Probably not. Everyone who wants to put their finger in some weird mysterious liquid is someone I don't want touching me.
So not only does someone in custom stick their finger in you, but now they're gonna stick their finger in the other person who's carrying you.
Oh yeah, cause cavity search. Oh fuck. All right,
So
Will.
yeah.
Do you have another number one?
William?
Me? Yeah. It's okay. I found it on Cracked. Omniscience. If I'm saying that right.
Omnipotence.
Omnis-
Omnipotence, like where you see.
Oh no.
Omniscience. That's what it says.
Yeah, omnipotence is where you are everywhere and can see everything and stuff.
This
and-
one.
Or
The
maybe
one that
it's
Crack says is that you know everything.
Yeah, that's omnipotence. That's all-knowing, all-encompassing.
Okay, sure. Well, that's what I'm going to say. And I agree with what Crack says is, how are you going to access all of that? Because even us now, we don't know near that much, and you forget so much. Like, think if you had so much crap, and, like, sure, you have it all, great. How long is it going to take you to figure it out?
Yeah.
And find it in
And
your head?
it
What are you
falls
gonna
into
do
the
with it?
No, you can do a lot of things with it, really.
Yeah,
But
I know.
I think the one thing that boils down to it is like the way the human brain is connected with knowledge. It's like memories chained on top of memories. It's actually very, very, very inefficient the way our brain's filing system works. So essentially, he wouldn't like if he were to come up to you and like try to recall your name. He knows so much that it would probably take him about 2 or 3 minutes to even remember your name. But he'd know it.
So you basically
Find it eventually.
You'd basically be a computer with like a 5 gigahertz processor and 20 terabytes of, hard drive space, but you have like 1 kilobyte of RAM.
You'd be like, pretty much.
Yeah, you have no RAM.
I don't even think you'd be that fast of a processor either, because like again, it'd take you so long to actually access everything as
You
well.
can
Yeah,
process the
it's-
information once you
it'd be
have
crazy.
it. It's going to take you forever to remember where it is.
Yeah.
But all around, though, I think one of the worst things about that would be not so much that issue, but as well as if you already know everything, there's no joy, nothing new or exciting, because you already know it.
Think about
Well, I
it, like
guess you can find joy in doing
every
stuff.
show you watch is instantly spoiled.
Think about
Yeah.
every, holy fuck moment. Like, think about this conversation right here, right now. I would
You
have
know
already
exactly how
known
it's going.
that, Will was going to, use laser beam, and
Well,
I would have already
no.
told him he was a dumbass.
I guess you wouldn't know what we would say because like you can't predict the
right, yeah.
future.
It wouldn't
You just know
predict the future.
everything that exists. Like the second it comes into being. So I guess
Everyone
if
would
Will
hate
were
you. You'd be like
Yeah.
a know-it-all.
yeah.
Oh, I would punch. If I knew some of that, I'd punch them in the
I'd be
face.
I wouldn't lie if I knew everything. I'd kind of be a prick about it.
I would be a prick and be like, I know, and it'd be like, we know you know. Shut up. You'd never get invited anywhere.
Although it'd be fun
I'll
because
just
then you could
invite
make
myself,
like
'cause
anything
I'll
you
know
wanted.
where they are.
Once you accessed it, like, oh, I want to make thermite. Oh, I want to do this. Okay. All right.
Well,
And then
you could
figure-
have you could make a lot of money, but just nothing would be exciting because you'd be like, yeah,
Except for burning
No.
the thermite.
well, no, like you
Yeah,
can
that's
automatically
always
know exactly how to play every sort of chance game that has any sort of tactic to it. You would know, you're like, oh, well, I know how to make an infinitely more fuel efficient car. Or make a car that runs on water or something like that. Congratulations, you are now rich because you invented something because you know how to invent something.
Yeah.
You know, everything works. You could definitely make the world a better place, but there would be no excitement. You could know how to
And it would,
extend life. It would
the
just
issue, you
be
probably also
boring.
need immortality to do it because, again,
It
it
would
would
take
just
too
take
long.
so long to find the information that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And you're saying nothing would be exciting. What if you're one of the people that get excitement out of helping others? And
Yeah.
then boom, you make
Well,
all this stuff, and now you are excited because you have done something to help
A
others.
little bit, but I mean, like that's
Not to
the
mention,
fact is that there'd be nothing surprising. Like one of the greatest joys in life is not knowing what's going to happen next or like what to look forward to. If you already know everything, you don't get
Yeah,
to
but you
discover
can't necessarily
anything.
know what to look forward to because, as Clint
Yeah,
said, you're
it's
not
like,
seeing the
you're
future.
not seeing
No,
the
I know
future.
you're not seeing the
Different
future,
power.
but what I'm saying is that like if you're omnipotent, you know everything. Then remember all those times where you learned something for the first time and it blew your mind? Wasn't that an amazing moment? You'll never get that if you're omnipotent.
No, you get it once.
Once, yeah.
Yeah, once
So,
like
say
when you first get the
someone
power. Okay.
creates
Also,
some.
like if someone creates some sort of knowledge and publishes it, you then immediately know it, like something new
Yeah.
that wasn't discovered in the world.
And then
you
you go, holy cow, that's
you
incredible.
learn something new. Yeah.
I don't know. I understand why it's shitty, basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It would
it's,
take a lot of excitement out of life, I think, as well as,
It's
instant
inconvenient.
memory lag.
yeah. It would just suck because it would just, oh, I
I don't even think the
I
human
so
brain.
know it, but
I don't-
I can't get it.
I don't even think the human brain can know it, but I guess know that much information. But I guess that's why it is a superpower because it's
Yeah.
something a human being could not possibly do.
I don't know. It sounds pretty shitty, though. I don't know if it's as shitty as fucking Hindsight
Doorman.
Guy. Fucking
Sight lad.
Hindsight Lad's pretty fucking shitty.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad.
You know, at least
Or
he's not
Doorman. Like, I don't know. At least Doorman, things wouldn't be ruined for you. It's kind of fuck.
You wouldn't have to. You can just have your house be like brick wall or steel, and you don't have to worry about people breaking in.
You'd be really good at hide and seek.
Fucking door.
Really good at hide and seek.
Really good at hide and seek. That's all I'm saying. Is that they open the door to go into the next room. Boom, you're behind them now in the other room.
Sucker.
Never gonna find me, Marco Polo. You're an asshole now. Like,
I'd have to do a little bit more like in-depth research on this, but it says he can teleport people. It doesn't say he can teleport himself.
well, if he can teleport people, I would have. Never mind. If he can teleport people and not him, he doesn't have to go with them. This makes everything fantastic. Someone walks in the door trying to get a Starbucks, you teleport them into the bathroom. They're no longer getting ahead of you in line. You're just constantly teleporting people out of the way. I would prank people all the goddamn time. Someone's getting their work done, boom, you're teleported next door. What the fuck? I was in the middle of an important email. What's going on? And then
God
you
damn
change their
it, my
Facebook
man.
status to surprise, I like sucking dicks.
But it is essentially shitty as a power itself.
I would have fun with it though. You know,
Like,
just
you
this
could-
power is now so much. It's the ultimate trolling power. You could just basically be like, it doesn't hurt anyone, but it would annoy the shit out of everyone. And
Well,
especially if
that's
they didn't
number
know you had
two,
the
not
power.
number one.
Like, just imagine they didn't know you had the power. You go into like someone who's
Well,
at work that you're out.
looking at this guy's picture, I'm pretty sure people know he has the power because he is trying to dress like a superhero. He's like in this all black,
Well,
I guess, spandex.
But we're
suit,
talking
but
about the power, not about him specifically. So let's say I had the power. I go into work, and I work as a car salesman, and someone's about to go talk to the customer before I do. Bam, they're now in the bathroom. I get to talk to the customer and make the sale.
Here's the problem: wouldn't people eventually find it suspicious that every time you touch someone, they disappear?
Well, what if they don't see the person that touched them? Huh?
I think eventually someone would see it, especially with security camera footage.
Yeah, I know, but
They'd be like,
they might.
"What happened to
but
Jimmy?" Oh, well.
The fact is that if you act
All I see
surprised
is
every time it
Ian
happens,
fucking
though,
touched him, and he
No,
just vanished in a Narnia.
act surprised every time it happened, and then you blame him and be like, "He's a fucking teleporter," and then he gets
incarcerated.
incarcerated for life.
Why would he get incarcerated?
I don't know. Just
I think they would then try to recruit him into some like.
well, no, he'd
Black
basically
Ops.
be. They would, take him away for government testing for like ever. And you know what? You know what? All you have to do is just act like he was the one that teleported. Be like, "What the fuck's going on? What the fuck's
Yeah,
going
and
on?"
all of a sudden people are like, "There's a lot of teleporters recently," and like, yeah, and they all seem to be with this guy.
But you just got to be a little careful about it, Like, just. I would have fun with it though. It's suddenly
For a
been
while,
upgraded to a better
eventually
power
you
now.
get
Like,
fine.
it's not as shitty anymore. It's actually pretty funny. Like, it's not really useful in the superhero world, but for my amusement in life, it's fucking fantastic. Can I teleport objects or just people?
People.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I would have so much fun. Surprise, you're no longer in the car.
Oh,
Oh shit!
the ultimate
Oh,
ejection
hey,
seat.
sweet Ferrari.
That only is as effective if momentum is conserved when you teleport them.
Wait, no. I don't mean that. I mean, like, say some guy's in, like, a hot Ferrari. Like, hey, and the car starts. Hey, sweet car, can I drive it? Teleport through. You drive his car away.
I think you have to be touching them. So.
Well, you walk up to him and be like, hey, sweet. And he's like, don't touch me, but too late. You already touched him. He's gone. And now...
This is why I keep my windows rolled up at all times.
it would be cool. Imagine if you could do it with a car, though. Like, you could just be like, oh, surprise, your car is now gone. And and you've still got the momentum of going forward, so now your ass is skidding across asphalt.
Well, no, you'd still be in the air for a while. You'd probably collide into another car.
Oh my god, it sounds like the ultimate troll power now. So it is definitely, it's kind of cool. I would love this power. I want it.
Some of these powers are kind of cool. The number one was my useless.
Yeah.
Completely 100% useless.
All right.
So.
Well, either way, what was your number one again? I got a little distracted. Oh yeah, hindsight guy.
Yeah, hindsight lad.
And fuck, what was yours, Will? Jesus. Will?
What's up? I've just been listening.
What was your number one again?
I picked omniscience.
Oh, right, omnipotence.
Omniscience. You're conscious of everything. Omnipotent.
You know what I was talking about.
Omnipotent means you are also everywhere.
No, omnipotent doesn't mean you are everywhere. It means you know everything. Whatever. We'll look that up later. I don't feel like doing the research. One of those. Some weird long O word. Got it. All right. So, my number one, and you might give me shit for this too, but I picked it for similar reasons to why I picked my number two. Flying. Now, hear me out. Hear me out on this one, okay?
I think flying is actually kind of cool.
Flying is kind of cool, but that's the thing, is when you think flying, you think like Superman flying or Goku flying. But you don't realize that, hey, the body isn't good with altitudes and sudden changes like that, or with wind resistance.
Yeah, just chew gum.
No, it's not good with wind resistance either, or God forbid that you go too fast for your body to handle and you stop too soon, you cause yourself injury.
Well, that's why you just...
Or...
Like,
that's why you figure out what you can do. Like, you're not going to fly super high. You're small enough where you can fly just above a house or around buildings. You're small enough to control yourself like that. So you can fly without getting too high for your body to not be able to handle it. The pressure change 2 stories up is negligible.
No, I know, but like,
So
what I'm trying to...
The only issue you would run into is flying too fast and stopping. And essentially, since you're...
The G-forces.
Yeah, but by the time you learn that, you're probably going to have accidentally killed yourself. Like,
no, I think like if you found out suddenly that you were able to fly, I think a logical person would actually be rather, I guess, skittish with it.
How many people are going to be very logical when they learn how to fly? They're going to get fucking excited, fly super fast because they think they can be goddamn Superman, and then crash into a concrete wall. Like,
well, that's evolution. So
yeah, and it's evolution.
Darwinism at its finest.
Yeah, well, the first man to ever get a superpower, dead. Evolution. No more superpowers for humanity because we're too fucking retarded for them. But
this is why we can't have nice things. Stop bad crashes into a fucking window like a fucking bird.
I'm just saying, like, you're gonna, at one point in time, you're going to get a little arrogant with the power, and you're going to do something that your human body can't contain, like, isn't prepared for. Because...
And then you're going to wake up in the hospital and be like, could have done that better.
Yeah, well, like...
You're also a hindsight lad.
Because you're also a hindsight lad. I'm just saying, like, it's... On its own, I'll say you, surprise, I have no upper body strength. I can't actually lift you while flying. Like,
yeah, no.
you lift them up and then you realize you can't hold on to them because your arms are weak, and you drop them to the death. You just committed murder.
I would assume, like, if you were using that way, you would essentially probably work out so that you could lift them.
Well, you could, like, I don't, like, even me lifting someone, as light as, say, my girlfriend Angela, flying around with her, like, I'm eventually going to get tired. And if I get tired and and I'm way too high and I realize, shit, I won't make it back down to the ground in time,
It's too high.
I just murdered someone. And it was my girlfriend, and now I'm depressed because I don't want that.
You drop them, you fly down, you catch them.
No, but that's the thing is if you drop them, you fly down, you catch them. Yeah, you can catch them, but you still got the momentum of them hitting you. And remember, momentum physics is still going to work. They're going to now just knock you in the ground. You're both going to die.
No, I think the other person would survive in that situation because I don't think you're going to carry them fucking 16 stories high. Again,
someone's going to try and do the Superman. I'm just saying.
You know what you're doing. You know, like
that
you're not like invincible or super strong to, I guess, combine with it. You're not going to fly 16 stories high.
I don't know.
That's stupid.
Well, also, like, yeah, you can do it, but like, what if there's weird weather out here? It's going to be kind of. I wouldn't jump, but like, let's say you're enjoying flying, but now there's bad weather, and it's not like you're inside a pod or anything like that. It's a shit. It's like
time
it's cool,
to land,
but it's
I
like,
suppose.
Yeah, don't fly in bad weather.
Well, I'm just saying, like it's
that's something we kind of followed now.
Yeah, but it's definitely cool. It's just it would be such a letdown from what you expect. Because it's not like, I don't have to pay for airfare anymore because you can fly there. It's going to take eventually, like, forever, though, because you can't fly at fucking 300, 800 miles an hour, or whatever.
So what? You don't have to walk anywhere.
You don't have to, but then there's also going to be the issue of, well, someone's just going to see you flying.
You can fly. You could probably survive flying about 60 miles an hour. You never have to worry about traffic.
You can fly a lot faster than that because think of a motorcycle. Motorcycles are open.
I know.
And they do 200 miles an hour.
That's not my. But that's
and then you can essentially slow to a stop.
Yeah, but that's not the issue there. Like the issue is also, like if you get that power in this world.
I think your biggest enemy in the sense of flying would probably be the Air Force.
Exactly. That. Like I'm just saying, if they see something flying around in the city and it's a human, someone's going to be asking some questions, and someone's going to shoot your ass out of the sky.
That's when you go, oh yeah, I can fly.
Yeah, well, once again, eventually someone's going to get a hold of you, and you're now a lab rat.
Well, you know...
Isn't it like that with any superpower?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of other powers that are easier to conceal. Like, I'm sorry, but there's no way to just hide the fact that you're flying in the sky. There's nothing blocking anyone's vision from you. Someone's going to take a picture, and eventually enough people are going to take pictures.
Yeah, and who's going to fucking believe them?
I'm just saying,
nice
enough people are going to take pictures of this and video camera footage of it that eventually someone's going to pay attention to it.
I'm going to say no. No one's going to believe them. Because guess what? We have thousands of pictures of UFOs and videos of UFOs. Does anybody believe those fucking nut jobs? No.
I understand, but like I'm just saying though that like
people in fucking Calgary are fucking stupid and insane.
Well, I'm just saying eventually
white and blue.
It's going to catch enough attention for someone of some sort of credibility to come over and figure it out and bring this information to someone who actually is going to give a shit and put an end to your escapades.
You know what you should
two of them are now going to be completely incredible or unbelievable.
I'm just saying is that it's a lot easier.
Unbelievable.
Like, shut up. The thing is that if someone sees you with super strength, like let's say you lift something, oh wow, you lifted something, the few people that were on the ground in that area can hear you. You're flying a fucking cross, in the middle of downtown. Hundreds of people saw you.
Ian, I have your solution. Dress as the Grim Reaper.
Then someone's just going to shoot you, especially if you're in America. Everyone has guns.
No. They'll just think that they're fucking seeing things. They're not even going to believe themselves.
They're not going to believe themselves, but someone's going to decide you need to die and just shoot you in the sky. It's going to be Duck Hunt all over again, except you're the duck.
No, I honestly don't think so. I think like the issue would be people would, for one, wouldn't believe themselves, and they take a picture. No one's going to believe that person. You don't see people who see UFOs and just start shooting at them.
Yeah.
Well, no, but that's because they're like thousands of miles in the sky. Like you're trying to fly low velocity.
How do you know that? Like people say, like they see UFOs landing and taking shit, and So no, they don't just start shooting. This,
Yeah, but
contrary to your belief, Americans don't immediately react with shooting people.
really, there's a lot of news that says otherwise. 'Cause
Okay, that's like, let's say
Yeah.
I'm
maybe
just saying, if you're
1,000,
flying
10,000
around
people.
every day,
America's like something millions.
I'm just saying, if you're flying around every day, you're eventually going to come across one person with a gun that's in a bad mood and really doesn't like the idea of something flying above them and is going to pull the trigger first, ask
In the
questions
middle of
later.
a open public space where they will pretty much immediately get arrested or killed by the police. Because they pulled out a fucking rifle to shoot you down. Because a pistol's not going to be able to hit you that easily.
I'm just
I guess
saying,
it depends on how high.
It's going to have to be something that it's pretty much has to be something that is pretty much not that concealable.
you just have to be a lot more careful with that. And, like, you can't just fly to work and show up to work and have everyone be cool with it suddenly. They're going to be like, oh my
Stand on
God.
the roof and then
Well, they'll be
Yeah,
like, how the
yeah.
fuck did you get here? They'll be like, people are going to be like, I saw something land on the roof. It looked like a person. And then when you
and
suddenly
they'll
come
be
down
like,
from the roof.
ha, 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 time for a drug test.
And when they go up there, there's not going to be a person up there because you walk down the stairs.
Yes, you went down the stairs. You took
I don't know.
down the stairs to the top floor, and then you took the elevator down.
I'm just thinking my reason for it being shitty is that it is not going to be nearly as cool as you think it's going to be and a lot harder to conceal and issues that
Yeah,
way.
but once you get over the fact that it's not as cool as it seems in the comic books, it's actually a pretty cool power in the end.
It's
For
a cool
day-to-day
power, but
use.
like just the reason why it's the shittiest is it's the biggest letdown out of any power you could get. If you got it combined with other powers,
it?
it'd be
I
fantastic.
think having all the information in the fucking world and not being able to access it is a pretty big fucking letdown.
I think
Well, no,
that
you can
one is
access
worse,
it.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just,
you can't. It takes you too fucking long to do it.
but you
It's
don't.
like,
I
okay,
don't
there's no
want all the
point.
information in the world. I want to be able to fly, but I want to be able to fly like fucking Superman and Goku, and then I'm gonna realize I can't. Fuck, this is depressing.
Yeah, and then you get over it, and
And then you realize you can still fly at 200 something, 300
You can
miles an hour,
fly at
depending on
300
the
miles,
human
yeah.
body.
well, okay, actually, Felix Baumgartner broke Mach 1 when he jumped from orbit.
I don't know. All around,
Yeah, but there wasn't.
you're
really
gonna have a
any air
bad hair
resistance
day
there, so-
though if you're flying that fast trying to get somewhere. You're gonna show up looking like Albert Einstein.
What if that's the look
Well,
you're going for? Huh?
You know, you could always wear like a fucking, I don't know,
A G suit.
like a G suit.
Yeah, but then you're
That,
gonna
that
have
only
like
helps with
G
your
suit
blood
head
that
or
won't
whatever
up
that
your
is.
like bones and whatnot. So if you do like try to turn really sharp,
Oh, yeah, you still gotta be
will still
careful.
mess that up.
You
Yeah,
still got to be careful.
But yeah, it would allow you to do more maneuverable and go a little faster to wear a G suit. Also, if you wore like a helmet, that would make sure you don't have like bugs and crap smashing you in the face.
Or I think birds would be the bigger concern.
I'm
That's
just
yeah,
saying, like if you're going that fast and you hit a bird in midair,
You're dead.
you're
Oh,
you're
yeah.
dead. You're
They take
actually dead.
Planes out of the air.
Like
So
a bird is what, like let's say 5 pounds. Imagine getting hit by a
Not even.
fucking baseball.
Not even. They're like maybe 2.
But it'd be like if you're flying at
It'd be like
200
it'd be
miles
like
an hour.
getting
It'd be
hit by
like
a
getting
baseball.
hit by a baseball at 200 miles an hour.
yeah, no, it'd be completely terrible. Yeah,
And then
it
you would
be
land because
definitely
you're still
something to watch out
flying
for.
at 200 miles an hour, except plummeting towards the ground. So if you hit a
And
bird,
you
you're
are
dead.
also now covered in bird guts.
You're covered in bird
And
guts, and you're
let's
dead.
hope that like a claw or a beak didn't get like in your eye after it smashed through your visor
Or
at
in
200
you at
miles an
all.
hour.
Well, no. Regardless, you'd either be knocked out or just damaged by
Dead.
beyond physical. You're dead. You're running
Yeah,
at something
no.
that speed. You dead.
No one's arguing that.
And it's
Yeah,
that's so
you just gotta be,
dangerous.
that's why I was saying you just got to be careful.
I'd be afraid
As
to
long,
use
as,
the
long,
power.
as long as you use caution, and essentially the same way when you're driving, as long as you're being safe about it, like flying would be an awesome fucking power. You would never have to worry about using gas or anything. You'd never have to worry about traffic. The only thing you have to worry about is people believing they actually saw someone flying,
I have a feeling
which
here,
just
Clint,
isn't going to happen.
that he would have no control.
Yeah, I think Lulstone would be immediately like I could fly and then immediately smash into a building.
Well, no. I'm just saying it would take a while to get control. and
Yeah,
once you
I
do have
think
control,
you wouldn't test it out like logical people.
Hey, no. A lot of people would be just really fucking
I
excited.
said
don't
logical,
know.
not lot.
I know you said logical. I'm just saying a lot of people would be really
I think-
excited. Like anyone who gets a superpower would be scared of it first and then super fucking excited. Let's be real here.
Yeah, no, we're not denying that. But if you're scared of it, you're
Except
going to
for
test
Doorman.
it first.
He was excited when he got his power.
And
Oh.
then after you test it, if you're an intelligent
God.
person, you would realize the limits of the human body, and you
But not
wouldn't just
everyone's
go
gonna think about
0 to
that.
Mach 20.
Like,
Bam.
not everyone has
Well,
an
yeah.
understanding of physics
Yeah.
that we do, right?
In hindsight, you would.
Like, not everyone understands the concept of physics the way we do.
Well,
I know we're
Well,
not
then
the smartest
that
people in the
person,
world,
Darwin would
but there's a
smack him
lot of
with the
people
bat.
that don't
yeah,
understand that
Darwin
level
would
of
take
physics.
care of this problem.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying is that, you know, for a normal person to get this power, there's quite a chance that it might be their death.
I think I think you're underestimating normal people. I think
No,
more
people are
people-
fucking stupid. I've worked in lots of customer service. People are dumb. I'm not underestimating people. If you think people are smart, you're overestimating them. You live in America. You should know this.
I think
No, I honestly
overall
think you
though,
are underestimating.
I think you're underestimating. Yeah, I think
Whatever.
more
Yeah.
people would be cautious than
Cautious.
straight up gun ho.
I don't
Because
know.
I'm
the
not
Maybe,
denying
the
that
general
there are people
consensus
that
when
would
it
go
comes to normal human beings is that they're kind of pussies.
Yeah, there's
And
not a lot a
stupid.
human can do.
there's
like,
not a lot a human can do.
pretty
So if they
crapped
find out they can do something different, then they're kind of excited about it. I don't know. Either way, I think we're just going around in circles here, but it's a cool power. It's just a major letdown, and it's dangerous if not used entirely properly.
I would compare that to the laser eyes of Superman.
But
Except that the laser eyes cannot be controlled
Because
at all. It's
if you
flying.
used it, you would just. Yeah.
I don't
If
know.
we're talking about Superman's laser eyes, I'm pretty sure they'd go through the TV.
Depends if you can
Oh,
control
yeah.
the power of it.
Destroy everything in like a 2-mile radius.
I don't
Well,
know.
let's give it a certain range, but yeah, like it's pretty powerful.
Either way, though, like the way I see it, and with that one is that you have that power, and it's a lot less likely you're going to find a situation you need it. But for the situations you need it, it's going to do what you want it to do.
Is it?
And a lot more that you don't want it to do.
Well,
Yeah.
Unless
I think in the end, what you wanted to do isn't going to outweigh the costs of you actually doing it.
I guess fair enough. Okay, if the
Well, let's say
only
you
thing you're
tested
doing
it, you
is
learned the power.
anti-air defense, so that whenever it hits everything else in the world, you're only shooting at the air.
Yeah, and then you take out the moon, and well, there's a lot of problems.
If you're looking at the moon, then that's your own fault for fucking shooting down
How
the
do you
moon.
know you're looking at the moon during the day? You
I
can't
think if you're
fucking
looking
see
at the moon,
it.
you would just put a little.
Well,
scar
whatever.
on it.
Fuck humanity. It's over.
But yeah, no. If you're doing anything that has anything that you want to not destroy behind it, like I don't know, people and buildings and
And then he takes
kittens and
it.
trees and
I would think with Ian's
stuff.
luck, he would try to shoot something out of the air and just knock out like his satellite.
the dish.
Just knocks out DirecTV satellites.
No. And then there's
No
just
TV.
genocide going on within America because TV is gone.
And he'll do it like during the Super Bowl.
Oh, well.
And then Canada
Oh.
would get nuked.
After all this, though, I think the shittiest power is definitely hindsight, man.
Yes, hindsight lad.
Hindsight lad is the power of
Yep.
perfect hindsight that is the shittiest power.
Not only is it pretty much useless, it's also very
completely useless.
shitty to have.
I don't know, it's not completely useless. If you ever
I
come
said
to that situation
no.
again, you'll know how to do it.
Sure.
But then you'll realize you could have done
okay.
that even slightly better if it was I don't know.
Yeah, and then
You
the
would
second-
kill yourself before you ever got to do it again because you would just eventually be so damn depressed from failing 100% of the time that you would kill yourself.
Yeah, in your mind, you'd be failing every single time.
Mhm.
Even if you succeed, you're gonna be like, "Well, I could have done that." even
But
better."
here's something though: you will eventually become the
It's
best.
like you're basically your mind is like a constant like Asian father. It's like you're useless, you're stupid. You
But-
need to study and work harder.
Wow, racism!
Not good enough.
Racism!
You're not.
Way to end the video on just pure racism. This power is like fucking an Asian father. Oh my, terrible. Oh, wow. But with one benefit to this power, bringing away from the terrible, terrible racism, you would be the best person at sex ever. Because after the first
you.
time, no, think about it. After the first time, you would now know how to do everything correct to please your woman.
Yeah, but
Until
you
the
would
next time
only
you
get
do it,
better.
and figure something else out.
Yeah, but you'll
better.
figure something else out, but I'll guarantee you the things you figured out the second time, no
Here's
other
the
guys
problem.
ever figured out.
here's the problem: would you have any confidence to approach a human being ever?
I don't know. You probably would never grow up and actually make it.
Because
You'd
again,
probably kill yourself by the time you got
your
to
mind
junior
is
high.
always telling you you're not good enough.
I don't know. Maybe you like have the hindsight to accept it. just accept that you're shitty at things and move on.
Then you'd have hindsight of something else.
A piece of shit.
Like whatever, I'm shitty.
Yeah, you kill yourself.
Whatever. It's like I'm not gonna. You'll just eventually accept the fact that you're not gonna do things right, but that you're gonna learn how to do them better because you have the immense capacity to learn.
But he can't like help from seeing it, and so he's just gonna be constantly berated by essentially.
It would just suck. But
I'm
anyways,
a piece of shit. Not good enough.
Anyways, I think we've all come to an agreement that is the shittiest power, unanimously.
Definitely.
Second only to shitting diamonds.
That's not a power.
I would say would be an incredible ability because it would hurt like crazy. And here's some stitches and a
No.
humongous-
It's not a power. It's not even in this discussion.
Okay, actually, no. I actually figured out the reason why shitting diamonds would actually be a shitty power.
Shitty.
The only way,
Shitting is shitty.
the only way this is gonna that you're gonna like I guess survive this is if you have someone there because you're gonna pass out from the pain and then you're just gonna bleed out. Well, you just
Depending on
passed
how
out from
large.
the pain. The person who's gonna rush you to the hospital now has the diamonds as well.
Well, okay.
So you don't even
it
get to
depends
keep
on how big of said diamond. If it's a diamond that's
I'm just saying,
passable,
like, let's say
just-
you have a really
it'll just
bad
hurt.
bean burrito, and that's
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
That's the problem.
you die.
Your shit is diamonds.
yeah, but at this point you realize I'm never going to eat a big huge burrito. I'm
Well,
only
like,
going
what
to
are you
eat
gonna do,
stuff
just,
that
like, drink
Anything
juice?
ever. And then you're not going to be shitting
Well,
diamonds.
I think the first time you'd
And
shit,
you're not
though,
going to have diamonds.
the first time you'd shit, though, that'd be the problem. You'd bleed out, you'd die. It's over.
Yeah, because you.
well,
passed
depending on
out
how big it
from
was.
pain. Especially if you have, especially
No, it
like,
doesn't matter at all. You're gonna cut yourself and bleed out from the inside.
Yeah.
You die. Like, the moment you got that power, the first time you ever go to the bathroom, you
There's
just killed
a,
yourself.
It was on 1,000 Ways to Die. One thing that happened was
dear.
this diamond. This guy owns a diamond mine or some bullshit like that. He's like essentially a cartel guy, like in Africa and whatnot. Like, so the guy brings him the diamonds and everything, and also and so he got the diamonds. He's checking them and everything, and he puts them back in the bag and he takes them away, and he snorts coke. But what he didn't realize was there was also a bunch of dust from the diamonds that was on the
In
table.
the Coke?
Just the dust that ended up blending with the coke because he didn't like dust off the fucking table first. Just the dust from the diamonds ripped his nose to shreds, ripped like his bloodstream to shreds, and just he bled out from it. So just the like small like bits of diamond is enough to essentially eviscerate you.
How I'm curious about how that happened is, how is there diamond dust on the table? Diamond doesn't break very easily at all.
Actually, it does.
I think we're getting off topic here. Just, like, I think discussion about, diamonds killing you from the inside out is probably for another time. Okay, so that was top 3 worst superpowers.
The worst one being Hindsight Lad.
Yeah, worst one being Hindsight Lad, and I don't know what we're gonna do next. So
I'm thinking we had discussed this before. I'm thinking the best favorite fights. So in a fight that was published through some medium, I wouldn't go with scripted. So game encounters I don't really count too much because they're mostly unscripted by one of the parties, even though the boss itself might be a scripted encounter.
okay. Well, maybe we could go like just top, movie or TV fights.
That's essentially what that translates to, but movie TV fights doesn't sound as great, so top fights.
Yeah. All right. And then depending on how it is, that might be it. Unless someone else comes up with a good idea in the comment section below, maybe we can have something and get our viewers involved. All right. So
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
like, comment, and subscribe.
I
Because
hate
we whore
saying
ourselves
that
out.
because that sounds like I'm whoring myself out.
You're whoring me out. You can't make me a whore. Stop it. All right.
And for those of you wondering, there was one vote for the top best superpower. It was Accelerator. So Accelerator
There
wins.
was a vote?
Yeah,
Who
there
voted?
was. Somebody.
Did I not read the... What was he? It was you. You don't count as a vote. When it says fucking Clint Dodson,
Yeah, I did not expect it.
it shows
I-
your fucking name. You are not a
fixed,
vote.
I have now fixed it. It will no longer show my name. So,
You
but
are, you are not a vote.
there's not always gonna be a vote. Sometimes we come to a unanimous decision, like this week.
Yeah, but you know what? Still, if you think that someone
Sometimes there's
else
not
is
going to be a decision because, like, we might not do a decision for fights because
yeah,
if you haven't seen the fight, you really don't have any right to judge it.
exactly.
So,
I don't know, but all around, leave your ideas on what you want to see next, as well as what you thought the worst superpower is, or even if it's not on the list, put that down there too. So, until next time, I'm Ian. You say your name.
I am Clint, and Will had to go for
Oh,
other reasons.
Will left. You just. Oh well, that's cool. Bye, Will.
Will was the other voice.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I'm Will, and I suck penis. See you guys next time. All right. See you later, Will. Okay, I don't. Fuck, that's dumb. Okay. That was fucking retarded. And this is even more retarded. I don't even know why I'm talking right now. I should be playing music, but I don't have any. So, fuck off.